As you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be talking about some Hazbin hotel headcanons. You guys are fiends. I was not expecting to get as many comments on the TikTok I posted asking about these headcanons, so we have a lot to get through today. I'm going to do my best to speed through them and give like fair judgment and fair assessment on them and keep this video to like a decent amount of time. There's literally so many headcanons, like I had to write them all down on a Word document so that I can remember all of them, because there's no way I'm going back and forth. There's like 2 pages. There's 535 words worth of headcanon from you guys, so thank you. You're doing your job. You're doing your job in assisting me of putting out content for you guys, but geez Louise. I'm just gonna go in the order that I wrote them down, starting off with, there's a lot of Alistair ones. So starting off with Alistair knowing Husk back when they were alive. I'm not sure if the time frames really line up for that one. That is a headcanon, like I've seen it in the comic dubs and whatnot. It's not completely out of the loop. I've definitely seen some things where they were involved with each other in the living world, but I'm pretty sure the time frames don't quite add up. If you would have said Alistair and Angel Dust, maybe, but I think Husk came like a couple years after Angel Dust, no? Or maybe he like died a couple years after. I don't know. I like this headcanon. I just don't know if technically the time frames line up properly for it. Okay, next we have Vox asking Alistair out before his 7-year sabbatical. I just made a TikTok about this. You guys in this fucking radio silence. Nobody wants Vox to be happy. He has to get rejected. Like, please. Vox is my baby girl, okay? I didn't like him that much at first, and I don't simp for him, but he is giving very, like, baby girl core. So please leave him alone. Please let him be happy. I agree with the headcanon, though. It makes a lot of sense, and I read a lot of fanfics with that premise. Okay, the next 3 are all about Alistair revolving around his mother. Sorry, I have, like, a hangnail that won't come off, and it's bothering me. These are all about Alistair and his mom. First, we have one, Alistair being super, super close to his mother. You would think with as much as we talk about it, it would be canon at this point, but it's not. The only time we've ever spoken about his mom is when he was talking about his mom teaching him how to make jambalaya. That was like one line where he spoke about his mother, and everybody was like, oh, New Orleans, mama's boy, like clearly, and it makes a lot of sense. I think it should be canon. Viz, if you want to make something work, you want to make something happen, that would be the thing to make happen. I'm just saying. Going along with that, this is not my headcanon, this is something that somebody commented. Alistair praying to his mother up in heaven, like nightly, which is so sad. Why are you thinking about things like this? Are you okay? I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, when we talk about Alistair and his mom, we're like always assuming that his mom is up in heaven. So it's like, yeah, that makes sense. And if he was really close to her, I could see him praying and like keeping it a secret from everybody, because what kind of sinner like prays to higher beings? Like, it's cute, it's sad, but it's cute. And then the third, you know, Alistair motherly headcanon is that his very first kill up like on Earth was his abusive father. I agree with that. I think that's really cute. I've read like 1 or 2 fics like that. It feels like common knowledge in my brain. Like that feels like something that I've accepted to be true, whether or not it's canon. Huge shift here. Poly V's as a concept, I like. There was, I think they were doing just like, they were just making a video. I don't know if it was like a Q&A or whatever, but somebody, I think it was Blake Roman, he pulled a card out of a hat, and it was like, is Velvet involved with like Vox and Valentino? What's going on there? And Viz was like, no. If anything, she sees them as more like her 2 gay dads, which, yes, and I see that too, but I've also read a couple fanfics that like put me on the poly V train, and they were like long fanfics too, so I had a while to get used to that ship, and I did, and I like it. So Nifty being like a daughter to Alistair, cutest shit on the planet, the cutest thing. Ida B, King Roach. It doesn't get cuter than that. And their little giggle fit that they had, it does not get cuter than that. And even I noticed during Lucifer's song with Charlie, during More Than Anything, when it cut to like the end and everybody was kind of just hovering around, throughout the whole song, Nifty was standing right next to Alistair. It was giving very much, I'm grateful, like you're my father and daughter. I thought that was really cute. I don't know if that was intentional, but towards the end, it was Charlie and Lucifer, and then Alistair and Nifty in the background. And I was like, are you trying to tell me something? Are we sending subliminal messages? Because that's really cute. Also, the way that she just like climbs all over him and like sits in his hair, and he'll just like remove her, and then she'll just like climb that. They're so cute. Rosie and Alistair gossip sessions. Yes. We've already been over the fact that Alistair is simply one of the girly pops. He's just one of the girls. That's it. Period. Like, end of conversation. So him and Rosie sitting in Cannibal Town, like sipping tea on the weekends, having brunch, like little finger sandwiches, pun intended. I think that's super cute. And they would just gossip about like Overlord shit. This may as well be canon. Vox having an Alistair body pillow. I know somebody's drawn it out there. It's been in a million fanfics that I've read. It may as well be canon at this point. The comic dubs, like, yes. I fully see Vox having an Alistair body pillow. And you know I'm not one for the radio silence, but Vox is like very much desperate. Like, Vox's desperation incarnated in a man. And I just feel like it's highly probable that he has an Alistair body pillow because I can't see it any other way. I fully believe it. Back with like a weird Poly V kind of situation, just Velvet and Valentino being the absolute bane of Vox's existence, but he loves them anyway. I just see Valentino being Valentino around the house, and Velvet is like teasing Vox, and her and Valentino like laugh together, they make jokes, they like post weird pictures of him on social media. Like, I feel like they bully the fuck out of Vox, and at the end of the day he's like, I fucking hate my life, but then like also he loves them because that's his little V family, you know. I don't know where this came from. I know where it came from. I know who it came from. I think it's cute. I feel like it's so unrealistic that it's cute. I like it. Like, imagine showing Husk, like this old soul, you know, dark-skinned bartender, Keith David, you know, a K-drama. Angel would do it too. It would be Angel. Little Twinkie that he is. Of course he watches K-dramas. And Husk could be like, I'm not for this shit. And then it gets to the part where the rich guy's mother doesn't want the girl to be with him. And so she like pays her family to move halfway across the country. And the girl and the guy are standing in the rain. And he's like, don't leave because of my mother. And she's like, I'm not right for you. And then she like runs away. And like he goes chase after her. I could see Husk crying. I feel like he'd be on the couch like with tissues up to his face, and Angel would be like, are you crying? And he'd be like, no. It's dust in my eyes. You know, like, I feel like that'd be really cute. Angel fights people who break pasta. Yes. Similar to Alistair and Rosie's gossip sesh, we have specifically Thursday night gossip sessions with the V's. Yes. Like, imagine the Thursday after the Overlord meeting, and they're like, all right, anybody have anything interesting to share? And Velvet's like, well, I stuck it to that bitch Carmilla. And I feel like Valentina would be like, oh shit. You know, Princess of Hell came and blew up my damn studio this week? And Vox would be like, well, we all know about the power outage that, you know, happened earlier this week when Alistair, you know, started going crazy online. And they would just look at him like, and be like, okay. I fused out. I get it. I was in a bad mood. I feel like it'd be super fucking cute. I see it. Clearly, I see the vision. Valentino Chromecasting Angel's videos to Vox's screen is so down bad, atrociously vile as an idea, but I don't doubt that it's true. This person just gave me a list of theater kids, or people like Hazbin characters who would be theater kids. We have Charlie, I see it. Vox, I see it. St. Peter, I see it. Lucifer, I see it, but only because he's related to Charlie, and I see it for her. Had to come from somewhere. Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, you know. Emily, I see it. Serpentious, I kind of see it, but like, I feel like he wouldn't be a good theater kid. Like, I feel like yeah. And then we have Susan. They said to just trust them, so I will trust you. I wasn't a theater kid, so what would I know? And then Velvet, which I don't, the stipulation behind theater kids I don't feel like fits Velvet's vibe, but maybe there's like a weird like popular girl like cool vibe that comes from some theater kids. I don't fucking know. All right, Lilith owning Alistair's soul. That's honestly, for as much much as people talk about that, I don't know how much I believe that. Like, I just feel like that's, yes, the way Alistair was looking at the family portrait when Lucifer, like when he first showed up, and the way that he was looking at Lucifer when he first showed up, it would make sense, because why do you hate Lucifer so damn much? I get it. I do see where you're going with it. But I feel like Lilith is still such a mystery to me. I'm not willing to like put hopes on that headcanon yet. I'm just not. I don't know. Zestial owning Alistair's soul. Even more far-fetched than the last one. I don't hate it because Sam Zestial. But like, where did you get that from? Where did you get that from? Do you really think that if Zestial owned Alistair's soul, they would have had a casual conversation strolling down the street to the Overlord meeting together? No. I don't think so. This one's cute. This goes back with my Alistair Nifty, you know, adopted daughter AU situation. That Alistair lets Nifty play with his ears whenever she's like upset. Like how Angel like brought Nifty when they were in the club and she was upset, and he brought Nifty over to Husk, and she started like climbing on him and like playing with his ears, and she was like so entertained. So I guess the same thing, but like with Alistair's ears. It's really damn cute. Angel can climb walls. I know it's because he's a spider, and I'm trying to imagine it, and it's just gonna give me nightmares. This one is really, really fucking sad. Serpentius had adopted kids like when he was alive, and they died of a sickness, and they're in heaven now. Why are you, what are you thinking about? Like, are you okay? Did this happen to you? Like, are you speaking from experience? Are you alright? Do you need a hug? I mean, it's okay now, I guess, because he's technically, you know, in heaven with them, but still, stop thinking sad things. Vaggie likes to pick Charlie flowers for her birthday or for anniversaries. Alright, they're cute. I didn't even have anything to say. That may as well be canon. We don't know. Husk makes Angel Italian food whenever he's upset. Get out of my face, it's so cute! Vox makes the Microsoft like powering down noise when he goes to sleep. Leave him alone! I think that's canon, but please. You guys are always bullying that sad little TV man. Nifty eats the bugs that she kills and gives the legs to random people. Yeah, that sounds about right. Adam is a Fortnite/iPad kid. Yes. When Lucifer found out that Vaggie and Charlie were dating, he immediately wanted to show Vaggie Charlie's baby photos. That's super cute. I mean, I know I'm like a Lucifer Vaggie hater, but that's really cute. And there's like that one picture circling around that was like in the background of one of the scenes where Charlie was in like an emo phase. Like, I feel like he'd bust out like a big old like scrapbook. Lucifer and Alistair are exes. That's a hot take. Because how the fuck would that work? How would that work? How does that work? In what way does that work? That would explain why, you know, Alistair hates Lucifer so damn much, and why Lucifer hates him also so much, but that'd be one hell of a secret to be keeping. Oh god, there's so many headcanons. Velvet says Vine memes when she's by herself, and one day Valentino overheard her, but nobody believed him. St. Peter is a sinner who's been redeemed. I'm just gonna put this here and move along. Nifty plays Animal Crossing. Yeah, that's cute. I can see that. Velvet will casually say slurs. And then when everybody looks at her, she just goes, what? Yeah, that's pretty on brand for her actually. Alistair is starting to like the hotel members, and he secretly likes Charlie's games and icebreakers. That's cute. I mean, one could get accustomed. He's already grown fond of them, but I guess going like along with that, Charlie's games and icebreakers that she does are also technically headcanon. The only remotely close thing to that we've seen was like the trust challenge, the trust fall challenge that she did. Other than that, there was just like the play and the my name is Charlie, you know, but we kind of just assume that she does that on the daily, but we've never actually seen proof of that. But I think it'd be super cute if she did. I'm actually thinking about doing a series on this channel, like a little short episode series of like a thing revolving around that kind of. I'm thinking about it. It's in the works. It's happening. Adam licks walls. Alistair's breath stanks. Like Stanks specifically is how they spelled it. I know his teeth are yellow. Please. I choose not to think about it. Charlie has goat ears that she hides. Aww. That's actually really cute. I saw like a slowed down clip where Charlie was, when she flipped out of the bed, when Alistair like got in and like surprised her, and she flew off the bed, and you could see her feet were like hooves. Like, so that's not like super far-fetched. Angel is the only person who wears matching like PJ sets, like tops, pants, shorts. Cute. It's cute and it's canon. That's adorable. Vox can do the auto-tune baby cry. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I feel like that's canon, right along with like the Microsoft powering down noise. And I feel like he would either do it, like if Alistair was pissing him off like mid-sentence, he would cut Alistair off by playing that. Or if the V's were like being dramatic, like if Velvet was throwing a hissy fit or if Valentino was being Valentino, I feel like he would just sit there like straight faced and start playing that. Lucifer is autistic. What do you want me to say to that? I mean, aren't we all? I feel like everybody is, just like a little bit, tiny bit, little bit. Lucifer more so than other people though, you know, the ducks and the hyper fixating and the Lucifer. Yeah, actually yes, I agree. Alistair secretly liked Lucifer. I don't know what Viz said, but the people commenting underneath this comment were like, didn't Viz say something like that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she like confirmed that. Y'all want Radio Apple to happen so damn bad. What is wrong with you guys? Like, don't get me wrong. I was reading a Radio Apple fic this morning. I get it. It's a thing. Y'all are beasted for this Radio Apple. Y'all really, really want that to be a thing. I'm slightly concerned. All right, we're coming up on our last few, believe it or not. We have Alistair's stitches are not forcing his smile. They're just keeping his mouth closed so that he can't talk about who owns his soul. There's a lot of speculation about the scene where he made the deal with Charlie and his smile like lit up and he had the stitches going through it. Like a lot of people are speculating like what that means, what's going on with that. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. It's not something that I think about very often because I have more important things to be thinking about, okay? I don't think it's necessarily forcing a smile either, because if you're forcing somebody to smile, their mouth, you're not gonna have the stitches here. Like they'd be like pulling up at the sides, you know? Like I feel like they'd be connected to his skull or something. They wouldn't be like lattice stitches across his smile. I feel like the smile is a him thing. So that may be it. It may just be like, you know, we're silencing you, like we have your mouth. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. This one's interesting. The deadly sins can own souls, and if you're a soul under contract by them, you can travel between the rings. I feel like this is more so classified as a hell of a boss headcanon, because what sins are you talking about? Like all we have is Lucifer. So I'm sure you're referring to like Asmodeus or like B or like Mammon, in which case that's an interesting headcanon, but not a has-been headcanon, which is fine. We're still gonna talk about it. I like the idea of that because my best friend told me this. I wasn't thinking about it, but I'm pretty sure it's like a true thing that sinners in the Pride Ring, since they're not Hellborn, they can't travel between the different rings. Otherwise, they would do that to escape like extermination. And the extermination only happens in the Pride Ring, which I don't know if it's a problem that it took me that long to realize that, but it did. I actually watched Hazbin before I watched Hell of a Boss, so I wasn't even like privy to that world until way after the fact. But I do think that's an interesting concept, because if a sinner was to make a deal with, say, Asmodeus, you're telling me that now all rules and boundaries about them not being Hellborn and not being able to travel between the rings is just discarded. So like an extermination comes, say like an extermination's happening, but I have a deal with, you know, a sin from the Lust Ring. I can just boop, boop, boop and pop down there for the extermination? Sounds a little too easy to me. I don't know. Valentino is Latino. Honey Bunches, Sugar Plum, Babe. I'm pretty sure that's canon already. Nifty enjoys singing but doesn't do it anymore because Husk told her it was annoying. First of all, fuck you, Husk. Leave her alone. I feel like it would be a situation where Alistair's always singing and like putting on a performance, so Nifty, you know, like admires him and like looks up to him as like a person. So she's like, I'm gonna sing too. And Husk is like, you can't sing, you're fucking annoying, shut up. And she just stops. I would kill him. I'm feeling very violent thoughts towards that cat right now. Nifty's like a little being who must be protected and will clean your house of roaches. She's like a built-in little sister / exterminator. It's cute. Angel ate Val's soul. The entire idea of this headcanon makes me uncomfortable and I'd like you to go to therapy. Alistair bullies children and short people. Well, we know he bullies short people. Children, I feel like Alistair wants nothing to do with children ever at all. Like, he's not even, normally in the situation, he'd be the kind of character that's like, he's secretly really good with kids. No. I feel like Alistair doesn't even eat kids, like, as a cannibal, you know? I feel like he wants nothing to do with children ever. He doesn't want to hurt them, he doesn't want to fight them, he doesn't, like, love them, he doesn't want to be around them for any reason at all. They're noisy and they break things. I feel like maybe in his human life he watched a kid like break a radio or something, or a kid got let into his radio tower and he was doing a meet and greet or something and a kid like spilled water all over like his control thingy. Like, I feel like he has a bad experience with kids, so now he just steers clear of them completely. Okay, last two. Velvet is either a lesbian or she's bi / pan and is heavily leaning towards women. I agree. I fully agree. Even in my Poly V's kind of like dream world, it's not all the time. Like, it's kind of a more like an emotional state as opposed to like always wanting to like fuck the guys, you know, because they do their own thing. I feel like she's usually just there to be there and to be with like family, kind of thing. But I feel like Velvet's definitely into women because women. But I agree. I fully agree with that one, actually. And last one, despite how he acts outwardly towards people, Vox is like actually really nice to his employees or like the souls that he owns. As much as I want this to be true, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. It's not even something I can pretend to. Well, maybe. Hear me out. Because in the one scene with like his little assistant guy where he was like, sir, when did we start working on angelic security? And he was like 30 seconds ago. Get that bitch Camilla on the books. Like, I feel like Vox is very much a work-rounded guy. So if you know how to do your job and you do your job well, like, he will have no issues with you. And if you suck at your job, he's going to absolutely make your life terrible. He's going to send you upstairs for Valentino to shoot you. But I feel like as long as you do your work, like, he's the kind of like CEO that you can get away with like teasing sometimes, and he'll be like, okay, literally fuck you, shut the fuck up, where's like the PowerPoint from the meeting earlier, and like, did you email me this document? And it's like, yes, Mr. Fox, I did actually email you that document already. And he's like, oh, well, don't you have other things to be doing, okay? And he would like walk away. Like, I feel like he's not like Valentino where he's instantly gonna just like chop you up into pieces and like feed you to his sharks. But I feel like he's maybe not nice to his employees, but he's the kind of boss that you're okay working for. Maybe, if anything. That was it. Holy shit, guys. You guys are working overtime with your noggins. That's a lot of headcanons, and most of them, for the most part, a lot of them were pretty believable. I mean, this fandom's really good about not bending the laws of reality, except for when you guys try to make Alistair anything but asexual. That's a little... We as a fandom do that more often than we should, and you know, one day we'll stop, maybe. Probably not. But I really do love being a part of this fandom. You guys are so fucking cool. I love you guys, and I will catch you in the next video. Later!